So hello, welcome everyone. My name is Aiden Chahola. I'm a third year computer science student in DCU, and today I'll be talking about the course Computer Science in DCU, the course code DC121 on CAO. If you're interested to apply. So the course overview, CAO code, like I mentioned, it's DC121, and it's a level 8 course. So you're going to be an undergraduate program. And then it's a 4-year course, full time, minimum points of 498 with an asterisk. That means points could change. It could go up, could go down. It depends on the year of the CAO. The key features of computer science, it mainly focuses on software engineering, programming, DevOps, which is deploying programs and stuff, full stack development. This involves building websites, uh, doing web applications, etc., and Git, which is a tool to use in daily for something called version controlling. It also gives you hands-on learning on the real-world field, which happens in something called integrated training in DCU. It's a 6-month long work placement that I will mention after, and we also have option to study abroad in year 3, semester 1. Uh, Computer science is a high demand for graduates in the tech sectors, finance, and education. So you can take many sectors afterwards, and we'll talk about this later on as well. So, why do you want to choose DCU? DCU has been ranked number 1 in Ireland and 19th globally for graduate employment rate. 91 of graduates employed or in further education within 6 months. And the course is, especially computer science, is really diverse. It has 2,400 faculty students, which and over 33% of them are international students, which is a really high number for diversity in course like this. Now we go to career opportunities. So the common rules that you can graduate from this course, computer science, is software engineering, system analyst, web developer, app developer, technology consultant, and there's way more. It's just a sea of opportunities, and you can't even mention everything. You can branch into so many roles, so many different sectors. You can seek AI, you can seek cryptography, crypto, whatever you want, but the common one would be the one here. Then you also is wide range of employers that you can work with, starting with multinational, like the FAANG companies, Facebook, Alphabet, which is Google, Netflix, all of them, or you can go small, medium companies or startups as well. Entry requirements for computer science is you have to have a minimum of 04 in maths or a H6, and obviously you have to satisfy the course requirements points. Here is just an overview of the course structure if you choose to study computer science. Uh, Most questions I get is, do I need to be good at maths? Absolutely not. You don't need any maths. You will just learn as you go. And second one would be, do I need to know programming or how to use a computer before I start this course? Again, absolutely not. You'll be taught from fundamental levels, 0 level, and then you build up gradually. So if you look here, not everything is about programming as well. So you don't get overwhelmed. So it's not like the whole 4 years of this course, you're just learning about programming, writing code, doing stuff. No, it's different. So in year 1, it's you learn all the fundamentals things, and it's the most diverse one. You have like, you do computer system, you look at hardware, how computer works, stuff, web design, you start designing websites, like just doing the basic layout of websites, how to do it user friendly. General innovation management enterprise, this has nothing to do with coding or programming, but again, it's linked to the field, which is good because you don't only want to be the programming, it gives you the way a programmer mindset works, which is the most important bit. And then obviously you have your programming modules 1 and 2. Networks and internet, you learn about the internet, how networks work, how your home Wi-Fi works. Introduction to operating system, this gives you a variety of how You're like if you use a Windows, how Windows works, stuff like that. And then problem solving, creativity, and critical thinking. This module also, again, doesn't have to do anything with programming. It's all about problem solving, how to make your mind think as a programmer, how to approach a problem by trying to solve it rather than just get lost on, oh, this is hard. Oh, I can't do that. It actually makes you think, oh, break it into smaller pieces. How do I approach the smaller piece and then put all back together? And then obviously you have your maths. Year two, similar things. And then when we get to year three, you can see there it's divided into two sections. We have our modules, and then we have intra, which is integrated training. So in first semester of year three, you have two options. You either study in DCU, continue studying in DCU for the first semester, or you have the option to study abroad. And I have a few friends that went studied France in semester one. So that's cool if you want to experience going abroad, maybe new culture, new set, and it's a bit different and change. Or you can just choose to stay here. And in year three, you also, if you see around here, we have year three project. So this is again a year-long project that you do alongside your first semester. So you start in first semester until you go to intra, which intra usually happens between March and September. And then second semester, you only have one module. So there's three modules, you choose one, and they're only 2 weeks long modules. And then that prepares you to go for your intra and for your work placement. And then last year is, we see here, core modules are the ones that you have to do, and optional modules you can choose any of them and you choose to. So they're really like, if you want to go to crypto, if you want to go AI, if you are gonna go data analysis, you have the option to, which is a wide range of options you can choose from. Oh, okay. So now we talk about intra. Intra is DCU's accredited internship program, and it has been running for over 30 years. Intra aims to enhance students' education through real-world experience and improve how likely you get employed. It's for for, if I'm not mistaken, for majority of science degrees, you have to do intra, and for computer science specifically, it's 6 months long intra that starts from March till September. Uh, then if we look here, so you have the opportunity to go work for companies, put your hands on real world experience. It also gives you how it's like to work in the field after you graduate, and gives you that like idea of, oh, this is completely different what I've studied from college, and this is actually real world that you're gonna be writing program shipping, and users may use it, like maybe your parents, your friends may use it, depends where you work. It also focuses on analyzing systems, how to design systems, and how to put everything together, work in large or massive amount of code bases. Not in college, obviously, because it's very limited. You would be writing big programs, but in the real world, it's completely different, and it gives you tools to also work closely with your with other people. And how do you collaborate and use these tools to actually make something works? Uh, it uh, covers a lot of topics: AI, robotics, multimedia technology, or cryptography, if you choose that. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's a mandatory 6 months internship at the end of year three, so second semester of third year, and it usually runs from March till September. And these are some roles that you can have. You can be a software developer, system analyst, IT security, web app developer, database systems developer, systems architect, or desktop support, also consultant, etc., etc. You can choose wide variety of roles depending on your liking. And here we have a few companies that work with TCU, and we can see it's all like your big companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Aer Lingus, Ryanair, Coca-Cola, Aer Lingus. Like, it's, you have the opportunity to work with big companies. Myself, I got a company called IBM, which is one of the oldest companies in tech world. And if it wasn't for here, I was like, I never thought I'd work for IBM, which is really cool. Uh, it's also paid, so you don't work for free. If you get your internship, it pays. Uh, that also can help you for the future, and you also have the opportunity if your employer saw you're doing really good, you're competent enough, they might offer you a return offer. So after you graduate college, you have your job secured already, and you don't have to worry about that. And that was me. Thank you for listening. And now we can do any questions if anyone have any questions. If you just have questions, you can type them in chat and I can answer them. What is the balance of classes to self-study? Uh, so once you come to college, you'll realize it's a bit different than school by the way it works. So the class doesn't overwhelm you with information. It gives you what you need to know, and then once you go home or in your free time, you can start studying on your own. You can do a lot of self-study if you want. You you can choose not to. You always have the option to, and there's a lot of like not a lot of free time, but you have enough time to study for everything you need. And usually, one of the semesters you would be going, you would only have like 4 days rather than 5 days a week. So you also have that extra day uh, to catch up to work if you have, or you do a bit of studying. How many people are on the course? It depends. So I know in my first year, we were around 250 to 300 students. So it's a really, really big and very demanding course. A lot of people apply to it and not everyone gets it. Like even with the asterisks in CAO, not everyone that got the point actually got the course. So give or take 200 to 250 to 300. Yes. So math modules do cover calculus. So you have there's calculus. So the first year is a bit more advanced than your leaving cert maths. Not too hard though. It's a bit similar. And then as you go in by years, it's then you have calculus, you have linear algebra, and then you also have it's not a math module, but you also have like logic and all of that stuff. How many places are in the course? Uh, Again, I'm not really sure, but on my first year, we were around 250 to 300 students. So there's a lot of like high chance you can get in. Is a math degree better for computer science than a CS degree? I don't understand what you mean than a CS degree. CS degree is just a computer science degree. Maths will help you. Of course, maths will always help you, but it's not really necessary to have maths to get into the course. You will be taught everything in the course. But of course, it will help. Similar if you're doing computer science in your leaving cert, it will help you to catch up or help you understand more, but it's absolutely not necessary to have. Yeah, you do need at least O4 or H6 in maths for an entry requirement. Is it mainly exam-based or continuous assessment for grades? It's a mix of both. So it's, yeah, it's pretty much a mix of both. Sometimes you might have more exams than continuous assessment, but sometimes you might have 50-50, like uh, 2 or 3 continuous assessment and 2 or 3 exams. What would you rate the difficulty level? Uh, it's really hard to tell in this course because it depends on the person, but I would say it's medium difficulty, which can be very manageable. What has been my favorite part of the course? Uh, so we have some modules, especially in like programming modules. You go to your class, you learn about things, but then afterwards we have labs where you go to a room full of computers. You sit there and you're giving problems, programming programs, or question to ask you to write a sort of program. It's really enjoyable and nice because you have to like you get to experience what is right what's like writing a program. And then it's a feeling when you get everything right. You just get this feeling that, oh, yeah, this is actually amazing. And I like that. It's really cool to actually having to write what you learn afterwards rather than just like being theory based. When does the second semester generally end? Exams are around May time. So you will have a week of before the exams. It really depends if each year, but it's usually in May. Do you need to bring your own laptops to class to code? Absolutely not. You don't need a laptop for this course. It's obviously recommended to have a laptop, uh, but you don't have to. And you'll be told this first day if you start. There is labs which have computers in them which you can use, uh, but obviously having your own laptop would be an advantage for you. Yeah, so exam period for this year are from the 22nd of April till the 6th of May, and teaching ends 12th of April. Is there a lot of teamwork? Yes. So, sorry, most of the time you will be either doing projects in pairs or in group projects. There's instance, obviously, like I mentioned, the labs are like you do it on yourself by yourself, but then some modules have projects, which there's a lot of them across the whole 4 years. They're not too bad, but most of them you do them with either pairs or group projects, which is really cool because you also have to work with people, learn how to work with people, how to manage everything, rather than just working by yourself. Uh, and then you also learn how to communicate with people, which is really necessary. Is there an option to attend class online or is it all in person? There is no, there is an option to attend online, but almost all lecturers upload their slides online. So we have a program called Loop, which you manage all your courses and your coursework, and all lecturers upload their slides on Loop, and you can just go read them. And there's a few of them that also record during the lecture and upload the recording as well. So even if you miss like a class, you don't have to be really worried because all the materials is online and you can access them anytime on Loop. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening and good luck.